Welcome on over to Automotive World, everyone. I'm your host for the Mystery, and tonight we have some huge news from Toyota and Subaru, actually. Both the GR86 and the BRZ have had some updates, so we're actually going to be coming over to Toyota's newsroom article here. We're going to be going over to Motor One and seeing what they got over there. But we have, for the 2025 GR86, we have the Hakone Special Edition, and this is a limited edition in this really nice green color here with the bronze rims. Looks really, really nice. On this special edition, there is no power increase, but Toyota is saying that the throttle mapping and the tuning for both upshifts and downshifts is quicker. They are also saying that handling has been improved with retuned shocks, electric power steering, and some other things. And this is going to be arriving at Toyota dealerships in fall of 2024. Now this is really, really cool what we have here. This is going to be built off the premium grade. This special edition will have the choice of either the 6-speed manual or their automatic transmission. Both of them using that 2.4 liter naturally aspirated engine. Same power output as before. 228 horse, 184 pound-feet of torque. So nothing has gone on there. But we do have those special edition 18-inch satin bronze wheels. We still have the spoiler. On the inside, we do have some interior stuff, so we do have some different plaques and things. We do have, a special edition shift knob, off-brand stitching, two-tone kind of stitching on the seats. The Brembo brakes and dampers are going to come standard on that model, and that's going to lead to that, retuned kind of driving experience. And this is going to be big because with all of those things, for the United States market, there will only be 860 of them produced. And this is going to go on sale in the fall of 2024. But they talk 2025. Customers can expect to, see that, what we have here. All grades to arrive at Toyota dealerships in the fall of 2024. And then the complete lineup of GR86 for 2025 will be shown and shared later this year. But this is really, really interesting. As we've seen, we know Toyota and Mazda and a lot of other companies are trying to partner together. And the fact that this is a really interesting special edition, we have no power boost or anything like that, but retuned dampers, shocks, power steering, throttle mapping, gear shift mapping. The fact that we've only got 860 units, that's not a lot. This is definitely something it's going to be hard to get your hands on, if you can even get your hands on one. This is going to be one of those things, look guys, hate to say it, this is going to be one of those things, this isn't selling at MSRP. They're not even making 1,000. They're not even making 900. 860 for the United States market. This is not something going to be at MSRP. They do talk, the MSRP for the GR86 will be shared, but this is not something that is going to be MSRP. And honestly, I wouldn't expect it. They do go into the specs here, what they've done in terms of heel towing, downshifts and things like that, what they've actually changed and how they've actually tested the car. They actually do get into some numbers here as well. We don't really go into that too much, but I'll have this link down below so you can actually see what they have actually done. And they have done some stuff, and they have actually tested, and they put the numbers on here, which is really, really good to see that. And we still have 0 to 60, 6.1 seconds for the manual, 6.6 on the automatic. Not bad at all. Usually in this day and age, the manuals are usually a lot slower now, and still interesting to see that there's a manual out there that's faster than the automatic. So really, really interesting to see that. We've got stability control and things like that. Let's get on over to the BRZ though. Welcome back, everyone, and now we're going to go on to our Subaru BRZ news, and that is over from Motor One. Subaru BRZ, only with the manual gearbox, is finally getting a sport button. I'm surprised it didn't have one before, but it's nice to see that on the manual we are getting a sport button. As to why we're not getting one on the automatic, I'm not too entirely sure. Now, we do know as the GR86 was, kind of retuned and things like that today. Subaru also has made some changes as well, obviously because both of these cars are relatively, they're the same platform, the same engine, the same boxer engine. So obviously the BRZ has also had some revisions as well. They have also had some revisions with the daytime running lights and things like that. And they are also going to have, a special edition as well that it is going to be capped at 200 units. And the BRZ, for this, this is really, really interesting to see that. They will be showing off, new version, over in 2024 at Fuji. But this is really, really interesting because this comes at a time when the GR86 and especially the BRZ, we did sales figures on it before, and this comes at a time when these type of cars were really struggling. We saw it in the sales figures. They were really, really struggling, and it's nice that on something like this, it's a very affordable sports car. We have that sport, the sport button and the manual gearbox, but it's going to be very interesting how Subaru and Toyota can keep this model afloat. How is that going to work? It's going to be really, really interesting to see that. I think there's a chance. I really think in something like this, they need to have a turbo option. I know that would mess up the balance and things like that within the vehicle probably, but I really think there should be some sort of turbo option. But it's going to be really, really interesting. Is this enough to spark some interest? Not only back into, for Subaru, maybe back into the brand, unless you're not buying a Forester and things, but back into kind of, what is essentially the last of their enthusiast car division. It's going to be really, really interesting to see that. Like I said, I think the sport button is cool on the manual gearbox. I'm not sure as to why, it's only on the manual, but, and obviously, looking at it, the BRZ is going to have some equivalent changes. They do have some retuned shock absorbers and power steering. They don't talk about it too much. Not as much as what Toyota did. That also could just be because obviously, like I said, both of these cars are the same platform, same engine. So it could just be even Toyota was doing most of the work, and then obviously because we know Subaru's STI division has been gone for a few years now, Subaru is just kind of copying over the numbers, which isn't necessarily a bad thing either. So this is going to be really interesting. We'll have to see what happens with this, everyone. That is going to do it for now. Let me know what you think of the new refresh, and especially the new special edition models, especially on the GR86. Are you guys excited, or it's just more news? Thanks for watching, everyone.